Our music went away.
I
Where'd it
turn it off.
go?
I can put it back.
Yeah, put that music back on. We love y'all. I mean, doing on
This
IG.
R&B right here. Which one you like better?
Either one, honey. I'm so chill right
Okay,
now.
yeah. Well, this is more of a lounge chill vibe.
Yes, that's me right now. Just
Yeah.
chilling. Okay. And then hold on. Make sure I share it. We are here, y'all, and chilling. Chilling to the max. Literally, I feel like we don't even have an agenda. We're just here and we're just gonna relax, relate, and release because life has been lifing. Um,
Oh, I got stuff up here.
see if I can get this to share. So your house is like the safe haven for the neighborhood.
Yeah, we have kids from everywhere here all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, so I mean, I don't even get upset, and then I think like with the parents, they know that they could trust us with their children.
yeah,
So at one point in time, I used to be like, ugh, you know,
yeah.
and then it just started happening more and more, and like they flock here. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, you can't really help the type of energy you put out, or the vibes you have. So, um, but
That's a beautiful thing though, because it's really a beautiful thing to have a space for kids to be able to just, for one, feel safe, and the parents feel safe
mhm,
you having their children. That's
mhm,
huge, because kids
yeah,
don't even have that nowadays. Most kids are sitting on the couch or watching TV. They're not even
girl,
out playing with other kids, at somebody else's house. They're
right,
at home in their little bubble, and that is not good.
right.
Teens need to connect.
Yeah, I don't and that I really can't stand. I don't like when the kids are, always in the house. They don't really know outside. It's crazy because I look at some of these, kids and I'm like, man, they so like they don't even look like they've been kissed by the sun.
Mhm.
Like y'all are in the house entirely too much.
Yep.
And then you wonder, but like, that a lot of that, contributes to depression, them being loners,
Mhm.
um, like they have too much time to think. You know what I'm saying? Idle mind
Yep.
or whatever. So, like we made that mistake with the first one. I was just like, yeah, we're not doing that with the next one. So we keep this man busy. He played 2 leagues. Girl, we always on the go.
Oh, girl, speaking of that, oh my gosh, like we have been nonstop right here lately to the point where Solomon and I barely get to converse much. And when we are
Yeah,
conversing, we're talking about the kids. Okay, what's the schedule for tomorrow? What's the schedule for this? Let's look at this, let's look at that. And then we're crashing. With
right.
Sincere doing the travel soccer and he's in track. All three of the girls, Abby's in track, and we're traveling out of state with her on the weekend. Like it's to the point where
Ooh,
we're separated, like all the time
yeah,
because the kids are everywhere. It's a good thing, but at the same time, it's so exhausting. And I'm
yeah,
just like, man, I gotta find myself in the midst of this. I can't get lost in this because it's getting crazy. It really is
yeah.
getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
No, for sure, for sure. And I mean, you don't want to be like consumed, but it just seems like that's what it is. So yeah, I mean, like between our work and then, it's so funny because a lot of people think I'm a stay-at-home mom. And like I don't think I would be a stay-at-home mom even if I wanted to be, because I gotta feel like I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I understand, like with some people, it's that's what you aspire to be. For me, I just feel like if we're both working towards the same agenda, we'll get there faster. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And so, but a lot of people think I'm a stay-at-home mom. So like when I'm telling them, like, I'm just tired, like my day has started like 5:30 or whatever, just trying to get, like, I got to get myself mentally right. I do my little 40-minute walk before, like, once Kaden gets on a bus or Steven takes him to school. I clean the house, whatever needs to be
Mhm.
done or touched up. And like because we all have allergies, them just running in and out, I could see it on like the wood floor. So I had to like vacuum and then mop the floors. I do
Yeah.
all of this before I start my work day. You know what I mean? And then I get off work, take him to practice, or Steven takes him to practice, or we both go to practice. You understand? I'm like, well, I can't go today because I need a juice or I
Yeah.
need a meal prep. You understand? Because I
Yeah.
didn't do it Sunday because I was just tired. I didn't want to do anything,
Yep.
So it is nonstop.
Yeah. It really is a lot, but it's just it gets to a point where I'm just like, "No." I turn it off, and I just
Yeah.
walk away from a lot of things because it's just a lot. It really is a lot.
Yeah.
So hold on. Tila, I was looking back, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's been almost a month since we've had a podcast. Was it April 3rd? I was like,
Was it?
"Holy
Oh
crap,
yeah,
we've
because
been
it was
busy
before.
before spring break."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Girl,
Yeah,
we
it
have
has
been
been. Ain't no
busy.
almost. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, shoot. I don't think we've gone that long in a long."
First, and then I was like, I was so out of like routine because I was like, where do I go? How do I get on this? Did she send me the link?
I was like, "I'm glad we just got that subscription just auto pay," 'cause
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my god, it's just been a minute." So, yeah, so we are on episode 17.
Oh man.
Yes, this is episode 17, y'all. Episode 17, and I swear it does not feel like it. We're on episode 17. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to share
Mm-hmm.
this to my personal page, but whatever, I'll figure it out later. So tonight, y'all, we're just gonna keep it organic. Welcome to K.R.E. Kinky Roots Evolved. With Teals and this is y'all's girl, of course. It's been a minute since we've, gotten up here, but we've been so busy with life. Y'all probably just heard us talking about it, how we've just been on the go, like non-stop, just going, going, going with the flow. So tonight we're just gonna keep it organic. Y'all feel free to hop in with some comments, even topics you want to talk about. Because we honestly don't even have like a specific topic in mind. We just want to get up here, relax, and release. This is like our breather for tonight and this week before we have to jump back into life.
Right.
So,
Right.
so, so earlier, Tila, I was actually when I was getting my yerba and stuff, I was thinking, I was like, what do I really want to talk about? Because I feel like I've got so much going on. And I'm pretty sure you can relate,
Mm-hmm.
you as well. And one thing that really hit me um, was just get it done. And
Yeah.
what I'm saying for me is, I have so many things that kind of bother me. Um, so many things. Can we turn the music? I don't know how to. Can you turn the music down just a little bit for me? Certain things for me that kind of bother me, right? That I don't really talk a lot about. I just kind of let it go and I just keep it moving. Meaning things that I
Mm-hmm.
need to get done, like physically do, right? Um, and I've realized right here lately, it's like, you know what, Donzi? You need to learn how to, one, eliminate the distractions and get it done. Get the things
Mm-hmm.
done that bring you peace, that bring you joy. Get it done. Nobody else may not understand it, but get it done. So, for example, right here lately, what I've been doing is making sure my house is in order. I know it sounds small, but it's a lot. That is a lot. And so, clutter
Why
gets
you
to
say
me.
small?
Cause order, when you say keep the house in order, it to some people, that's like, "Oh, that's simple, girl, that ain't nothing." But for me, that's a lot because we're a family of 6, and it's like you spend the whole day cleaning up, and then as soon as they come in, the next 10 minutes, I'm like, "Hold on. What is happening?" So what I've been focusing on right here lately for me is just making sure I keep my house in order. Certain things that bring me peace, spend time on those things to make sure it's
Right.
right the way I like it, and I've realized that it has helped me so much with handling the big situations outside the home because I feel like I'm more grounded at home now because my house is in order. Things are looking right. My girls are looking the way I want them to look before they leave, like little things. And it's bringing me peace. So outside of the home, I'm more grounded now. So That right
You
there
know
is like,
they
you know
say
what?
physical clutter is mental clutter.
Someone has told me that too. Like, the way your
Mhm.
home is, that represents how you are on the inside.
Yes.
I've heard that too, and I'm like, that's probably why it's been bothering me so much because 'cause I'm like, "This is so not me," but I've been so busy. So that's
Mhm.
brought me a lot of peace right here lately, just
Yeah. That's
getting
one
my
of my
house in order.
things. Steven's not like that though. So we kind of bump heads a lot. And I don't I hear you when it's just like when you said this one time, he's like, if I need to get done, I just do it myself. And I hear like I literally hear you. So like the bed getting made, when he's off, he won't make the bed. Even if he's going in to work late, he just won't make the bed. Like, and I want the bed to be made by a certain time. So
Yeah.
I've been making up the bed, but this was really your task, right? So now that's another task on me that I'm having to do, but this is supposed to be a partnership, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so but back to like for me it's just kind of like this is just how I operate. And we might have talked about this before, but when I was younger we moved around so much, so a
Mhm.
disarray gives me a sense of instability
Mm.
or whatever. And then when everything is in order, I feel at peace. I feel like I'm stable. I'm not getting ready to move, or we just moved, from one house. Like we moved around maybe 9 times as a child. You know what I'm saying? And that was a lot. It probably was more than that, but that was a lot for me or whatever. And not really realizing until I became an adult that it really messed up my bearings
Mhm.
or whatever. And so that's why I always like I have a schedule. So like every day I do like vacuum and mop. But to me that's like 5-10 minutes. I can give myself that. But like I wipe down all the bathroom counters every day. And I like if the toilets need to be clean, I'll wipe those down really quick. But like we do the upstairs Sundays, downstairs Sunday nights, Tuesdays we do the upstairs, and then we vacuum in between like twice a week or whatever. But I just have a schedule because I can't do it all in one day. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do it all in one day, so it just kind of
Yeah.
keeps me at peace. And like even down to washing the sheets, they get washed every Sunday or Monday. So we like we stopped doing laundry on a schedule because it was consuming my day, and I didn't
Yeah.
want to like be confined to the house because we had laundry, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And see, I feel
So
like, and for me, I love this because I'm realizing I've tried so many different methods, Tila, and I'm realizing
mhm.
like, oh my edges. I'm realizing I'm not sorry. Listen, person, I'm found these edges. It's new. The girls talk me into it, and I'm trying to.
Oh man, that
Okay,
is funny.
I'm trying.
You are so
Um,
receptive.
I'm trying. My girls be trying to teach me. But I'm not a schedule person. I am not a schedule person.
Mhm.
I've tried it. I've tried to implement it. I don't think it goes well with my family. I don't know if it's because we're so like so many things going
Mhm.
on. Like I've tried to implement it and it just doesn't work for us.
Now I'm not gonna
Um,
say we follow it to a T every day, every week. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? But for the most part, 4 out of the 7 days get completed. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And if
Yeah.
those other days kind of get pushed over to the next day, what I will not do though is my upstairs and downstairs on the same day. I will
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying? So but it just kind of works for me because I'm the one that's really home or whatever. And I walk through the house. So it has a look somewhat like beds have to be made.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The bathrooms, especially our downstairs bathroom, that has to be presentable because people are coming and going,
Yeah. Absolutely.
um, and then our kitchen needs to be clean. Whatever
Mhm.
we have dogs or whatnot, so like that's just one of those things. Like I gotta especially make sure that downstairs is clean. Um, but the schedule is for me it works, and because I think because with everything else I try to schedule so I'm not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And that's where like a lot of my anxiety comes in at a lot of my sometimes it's like a quick like moment of like depression. I feel like because
Yeah.
there's so much going on and I don't have time for me, you
Right.
know. So
We've got some IG people on. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. It didn't show up over here. I had to click on the IG tab. Um, what's up, Taylor and Sincere, my son? He just got out of track. He had a track meet today, so Solomon went and picked him up. Thank you guys for joining in. Um, but yeah, so yeah, the schedule thing is I don't know. I try. So let's talk about some highlights. Like we haven't talked in a month. literally. Talk about some of your highlights, and then we'll talk about some lowlights, maybe. Uh,
Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's literally just been baseball. Well, no, there has been some great things going on. So Easter came, we went to go spend some time with my brother, my younger brother, helped him, him and his family get situated. He's getting ready to get married.
okay. Hold on. Wait a
Um,
minute. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm focusing. Which brother is this?
Tehran.
Sarah? Congratulations.
I know, I
Oh
know.
my
So he's getting ready to get married. Let me see if it'll do it. It might. I don't know. My camera may not do it, but yeah. So like he's getting ready to get married, and then they actually just welcomed twins, a little boy and a little girl.
Holy
Um,
crap. That is
not
exciting.
not Monday, but the Monday before. Yeah. So we got Tehran Jr. in Thailand, my little niece and nephew. So, and I'm
What?
all about my nieces and nephews. I'm all about them.
Like
So
the
this
best
is
auntie ever.
that's what I strive for. Like,
You
so
are.
I went down
Disney
to
trips
get
and everything.
yes.
You're the best. I wish I had you as an auntie, okay?
Girl cruises, all the things.
Everything.
Yes. I'm taking their older sister, I'm taking her to see Beyonce in July.
See, that's what
Hmm.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But that's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing, though.
Yeah, so like that is just that's just something I'm thankful for, something I'm grateful for, something I'm so excited about. I think like over the break for the hiatus for you and I, or this little stint, or I don't know what to call it, but we're closer to the end of school, so we have 4 Mondays left of school.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I'm telling you, like, I think I'm more excited than the kids. Like, it's like I'm just,
Right.
but I'm one of those parents, like, and people don't understand. Like, you always want your kids to be out on the break. I love spending time with my kids. Like,
Yes.
if I had the time to homeschool them, with him, I really would.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I'm
And you'd
saying?
be traveling all the time, never at the house.
Right, and I could travel with my work too. It's just we wouldn't see his daddy because his daddy always worked. You know what I'm saying? He can't travel with his work. So then Steven is moving into a more sophisticated schedule Monday through Friday, so we get to see him more.
That's
So
good.
that's good. I'm nervous about it because he's been on this schedule for a couple of years, and I've kind of got used to it. The days where he works, it's just me and Kaden. I love that time with my son. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna work around that because you gotta sacrifice some things. And he's trying to be more present to help out during the school week with practices and stuff like that. Like he could have took him to practice today, and then I could have prepped. Like I'm in my makeshift K.R.E studio up here because I had other kids in my house. I
Yes, yes.
think they would have been on here too, and they really would have.
Right. Organic
Um,
for real, honey. Organic.
no, for sure. So, yeah, those are some of the things. I've been doing great at work.
That's good.
Been getting shout outs for like top performer, top audits,
Yeah,
like
I
all the
so that's
things.
still going. I remember last time we spoke,
Still,
that's
still,
what's
just
up.
just
Oh my
knocking
god.
it out. Like just being who
That's
I
what's
am,
up.
though. Being who I am. So it just feels great to be in a place where you're acknowledged, you're noticed. You're
Mhm.
not just a seat. You know what I'm saying, or
Mhm.
somebody taking up a seat. So
Right.
yeah.
That's good. Wow,
What
you
about yourself? What about yourself?
girl. Okay, so we I don't even know where to start. So I found out that I was going to be taking on another nuke med contract. Yeah,
Girl, I
okay.
thought you was about to say you was pregnant.
No, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. No. And I would not be announcing this on no daggone podcast.
I mean, you already told Solomon in my head, so you found out. You
Girl.
guys are expecting.
No, that'll be a
So,
text to you before we go
so
live.
let's clear this air. She is not pregnant, guys. That was
No.
just me making a funny.
No, absolutely not. I am not pregnant. Absolutely not. Um, I'm back in the full-time workforce field in nuke
Yes.
med. A lot of great things have been happening. The real estate team has been doing an amazing job in Nashville. They are holding it down. I mean, we are like doing deals bigger than I've ever done in my real estate
Yeah.
history. So that's been huge. It's been amazing. The international aspect of real estate has been booming. I'm in a space where I'm just like so grateful and I'm able to homeschool my daughter. We're homeschooling Abby. That's been beautiful watching her just blossom into this beautiful individual, all because now
Wait,
she's
hold
in a
on. Abby is the oldest girl.
yep, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we took her out of middle school. The environment was entirely too heavy and we just couldn't condone what was going on. So we snatched her out.
Bless y'all.
Took a huge leap of faith and
Is
trusted
she
the Most
responding
High.
well?
Oh my gosh, I'm like, "Is this my Abby?" Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
so sweet. I mean, and she's learning like this, the things
Uh-huh.
that she didn't know.
Yeah.
She's catching it really quick because,
Yeah.
I'm there to feed it to her the way she needs it, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's been amazing. When I found out I was going back into working Nuke Med full time on this contract, we took a last minute family vacation. So I took the kids to Nashville and then we went to the Dominican Republic. So it was fun seeing family in Nashville and then we popped
Did
into
you
Florida.
Photoshop me into that picture so I could be? Because that's all I was waiting for. That's why I rolled my eyes because I'm just
Right.
like, I'm still
Like
waiting
you
on my
never sent me
picture.
that picture. Right. And y'all, when I tell you the sun, because here in upstate New York, I'm in upstate New York for this travel assignment, and there's no sun here. I I can't handle it. I just can't handle it. So when I was in DR and Nashville, because it was like 85 degrees, sun blazing, y'all, I was just baking. I was just laying out in the sun, just bake. No sun. I don't do sunscreen. I don't do that. It was just baking, y'all. I was
Why
so
not?
excited to be dark. I'm not a fan of putting chemicals on me and then letting the radiant heat from the sun bake it into my skin. I feel like sun is like the best energizing source ever. Like you need sun to live, just like water. So
But we can also develop skin cancer from it.
I am not gonna agree to that. I'm not gonna have
Okay.
skin cancer. Yes,
Okay.
science has proven that, but I just don't put on sunblock for me and my kids. I won't put those chemicals on.
Okay.
Um, just because we've been fine.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we peel a little bit, but nobody's gotten burnt. Might get a little peely, but you get your shea butter and aloe vera.
Yeah.
But we just don't wear sunblock. We don't
Oh
do it.
man. I
Yep, we
wear it
never.
every day.
I can't. I just
No,
chemicals to
it's
me.
not the white tinted. It's clear. Um but I've been Kaden wear I gotta look at their
Have you
brand he
been
wears.
burnt before? Like, why do you wear it?
Because I've been burnt before. I've been burnt like bad. Like I was in basic training and I got burnt on the
Mm.
back of my neck and the bridge of my nose. And
So,
I
but
still
what
I
kind of burnt? Like, what it feel like? Like, what kind of burnt?
um it well it kind of like bumped up a little bit
Mm.
or whatever, like pussy.
Oh.
And then
So let me ask you this: when that happened, did you have something on your skin already, or that was just like
no,
natural
I
skin of
didn't
like
have
you?
that was just pure skin. And then I was in basic training in South Carolina in the middle of July, June and
Mm,
July, where the sun was probably at its best, right?
crazy heat.
And exactly. And then like we're marching, we're in heavy clothes
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
BDUs. We're already like probably pulling in heat, where they're on top of just being out there in the
Oh, girl.
sun. Yeah, so it was bad, but that was really like the only time.
Yeah,
But yeah, for the most part, I wear it every day. It's yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I like it. I mean,
yeah,
to each his own.
yeah.
Kaden
Absolutely.
wears a natural, like I would, like I kind of use myself as a guinea pig. I do all natural everything with him. But I do put it on him only because like he's a child. If he decides
Yeah,
that he doesn't want to wear it, that's his choice when he gets older.
yeah,
And then he's part Asian. I'm pretty sure they'll burn faster than we will.
yeah.
So
Okay. with the block. Okay, okay.
Yes, with the block.
So where was I at? Okay, DR,
Anyway,
fun.
so DR, right?
Nashville and
Fun!
DR.
Exclamation! Exclamation! Exclamation!
Yes, that is like my getaway. Like that, I feel like that's my little safe haven for now.
Mhm.
Our little getaway spot that we have there is so relaxing, so peaceful. And it's chill. The vibe is chill. It's not this go, 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 go.
Yeah,
Everything is tranquilo. So I love it there. It was good to see mom, saw my grandma. It was good to see everybody back home.
that's awesome.
And then also Solomon, my husband went to South Africa.
So I
So
remember us talking about him going to Africa.
yeah, he went to South
Um,
Africa, y'all, had a blast. He was in was it Johannesburg and
mhm.
Cape Town?
Cape
Yep.
Town. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a ball walking with lions and swimming with sharks. Yes.
Oh,
He
very
he went shark
risque.
diving. Yes, yes. That was on his bucket list before he left, and I'm like, "Are you for real, sir?" He's like, "Yo, I wanna go shark diving." I'm like, "Okay, okay."
Okay.
Yeah, so he had a good time. And I'm realizing, remember we were talking about those adventurous, trips that you do solo? It's
Yeah.
been really beautiful for us because it's like, I woulda never guessed.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like $1,000,000 question, "Hey, would your husband go shark diving?" Absolutely not, and I'd have lost. I woulda
Mhm.
never guessed that. I would never
Yeah.
have guessed that my husband wanted to swim with sharks, and yeah,
Yeah.
so
Well, if they ask you about Tila, you answer correctly. Hell
right.
no.
Everyone in the family is like, "You doing what?" Yeah,
Right.
walking with
Nah,
the
I'm
lions and
good.
everything. Yeah.
I'm
So he had
good.
a really, really good time. So that's pretty much what we've been doing. We've just been on this, adventurous journey while we have the
Mhm.
opportunity to right now, while we're traveling. So we've been really taking advantage of this time that we have right now to just get out and see stuff and adventure. So, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with me back in the full time life. And it's just been because I had 3 months off and I was only working per diem. And now I'm
Mhm.
back Monday through Friday. And I'm just like, oh, baby Jesus. So I'm very grateful for the time that I had off.
I know that's right. I
Ooh,
know
but
that's
yeah,
right. But
it's
that's
been
we
good.
and we kind of talked about that a little bit in our text. How like, you know what comes with a full time job. You know, like okay, it's a full time job, but it's like after you have that break and you jump back into a full time job, you be like, whoa,
Yes,
I'm not sure what I signed myself up for. You understand?
exactly. Yes. And it hits
Like
so hard. It hits
it
so
does.
hard.
And you don't
It
even
really does.
realize like the mental capacity of a full-time job, like it will wear you out on
Yes.
it's just a different level. You understand? Like all because I know when I came back, all I wanted to do the first couple of days was sleep. That was it. Like I was just so tired.
I raise my hand like I'm in class, like,
Yes,
"Me."
ma'am. Me
Yes,
too.
yes. I was so tired, just burnt out, and I couldn't go to sleep because, like, right after work, I gotta go to practices. I gotta take everybody to the practice, or somebody has a game, or somebody has a meet, so it wasn't like it was just yeah.
No,
It
and you
was
don't even know if you coming or going. You just like you just muscle memory. Like, oh, we gotta go
mhm,
here, go.
mhm, mhm,
No,
exactly.
for real.
But yeah, so okay, so summer's coming up. You talked about your vacations for the summer. I think we're gonna be doing things here locally, which will be fun. We'll make it fun, but I don't think we're doing
What we doing for
anything
the summer?
here. We'll be here in upstate New York, so we'll
Oh,
probably
what
be
am I
like in.
doing for the summer?
Remember, you was talking about the family trip. Don't you have a family trip scheduled this summer, or were we
Oh.
reminiscing on the Disney's and stuff? No, I thought you knew. Aren't you
No,
thinking
we don't. We're
different?
not going to Disney. No, we was supposed to go to Orlando for spring break, but we end up staying because of Steven's schedule. He would have been on call while we were gone.
Mhm,
So it wouldn't have been a family trip, would have just been me and Kaden. And I didn't want to do that by myself
mhm.
or whatever. So we end up staying, but I end up going down to Greensboro to hang out with my brother and his family for a little bit. But yeah, like for the summer, Kaden got selected for this baseball camp or whatever. So we're gonna be doing that. Like I'm just, pouring into my guy, investing into him. So yeah, that and then I think Steven and I are gonna hop on a cruise probably in August.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Just he
Alone or
and
with
I,
kids?
huh?
Alone or with kids?
No, just he and I, girl.
Girl, yes. That's gonna
I
be amazing.
I
I'm like,
know.
"Ooh, I'm excited for you." Like, "Ooh, it's gonna be fun."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, so Steve and I we're thinking about that, and then but that's in August. In July, I have the event with me and my niece. So yeah, like I don't really have a lot going on. I was gonna try and do something big, but I'm really like I gotta focus. Like we're gonna be moved, so we know that we're moving next year, next
So
summer.
it's
This
definite.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
2025 summer is practically here. We know that we're moving 2026.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's in a year.
Yeah, you oh, yeah.
Summertime. So like I'm just trying like I was like, well, Beyonce's already paid for, so boom, got it. This
Mhm.
cruise, it's not paid for, but this is our late anniversary trip. We celebrated 11 years of marriage in April. Um,
Yes.
thank you. And
Me and
then
Solomon, hold on, I gotta put ours out there. Hold on, hold on. So me and Solomon will be hold on, it's this year 16 years of marriage. June. Yeah.
oh nice.
I'm
Awesome.
excited. We don't have
Congratulations.
anything planned.
We didn't either. Well, we were
We
supposed to be in
surviving.
Florida. We were supposed to be in
Mm,
Florida. So
mm.
so we'll probably do the cruise and then excuse me, but then that's it. Like I'm really like buckling down. Like I've already paid off like 2 cars in the last 2 months
Yes,
or
yes,
whatever. So now I'm just trying to handle those big ones, get them paid off or paid down.
yes.
And yeah, like
Let's talk about this debt payoff. So debt
mhm,
payoff, y'all, first of all, it's very doable. So don't get discouraged and feel like you can't do it or, it's impossible. It's very doable. You just have
yeah,
to sit down and tell your money where to go before it comes. Like that's the key. You got to have a strategy, and you got to have a plan. Solomon and I have been debt free multiple times. Well, let me just say debt free with only mortgages. Okay. Let me rewind. We have no intentions on paying our mortgages off. That doesn't make sense for our financial
right.
portfolio because the mortgages are bringing money in because we know how to maximize, the mortgage, get the equity off, blah blah blah. But it's very very doable. So y'all don't get discouraged if you've got a lot of debt. Just buckle down and focus and just do one thing at a time. There's so many different methods out there. Tila, what method
Mhm.
you do? I've done the Dave Ramsey method
Mhm.
before. That worked great for us the first 2 times, um, that we
I
did
do
the debt-free
I do the
method,
Tila method.
the
I
Tila method.
don't yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mine
a
hasn't
good
been
method.
patented yet,
Yeah.
but it could really be the Dave Ramsey method. Steven's aunt, she swears by this guy, Dave Ramsey. She even sent me workbooks and stuff like that. But maybe I just so all I really do is I just gotten in a space where I was like, okay, I just had too many credit cards. And it
Mhm,
wasn't that I couldn't live without them. And I could just have months where I don't even charge them. You understand? I would
mhm.
just charge them and just not use my cash
Yep,
or
yep.
whatever. And so,
So real quick,
did it,
real quick. So let's talk about that because me and Solomon, we're actually in a season where we actually do that because
yeah,
it's beneficial. We use the points because we travel a lot.
right,
So
right.
we still budget, right? But we
Mm-hmm,
use the credit card to pay for almost everything and just pay it off when it comes because we get the points for mileage and all that. So,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because we do that too because it
Yeah.
makes sense.
So
You get
I have,
perks from
I
it.
have one card that I've been having since I was like 18. And that car has like a $300 limit on it. It was secured at one point and then it's no longer secure. It got my little $300 back. And
Only
I just
$300 back.
yeah, so I just that card I just charged like Netflix or well not even Netflix anymore because Verizon pay for that. Um but that card, I don't even know what I just charge it when I feel like charging. And then when I get the bill, I just pay it
Pay it
off.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I have some like I have American Express. That one I kind of do a lot of my traveling with.
Hmm.
And then I have a high limit Capital One. I put traveling on that one too. But I don't know. I just get to a space where it's just like, all right, like I had a rooms to go card. We bought furniture with it, and then so this, matter of fact, let me just be straight up. This was the thing. There's this bank called Synchrony or
Mhm,
Syncrecy Bank.
mhm,
They do a lot of retailers. Victoria's Secret, no, that's community, but they do a lot of retailers. And Lowe's, we have a card with Lowe's, and then we had the Rooms to Go card.
mhm,
And so I wasn't using one of the 3 cards I had with them, I wasn't using it like that. So they lowered my spending limit.
mm,
Girl, do you know what I did for my credit?
mm.
It put my percentage higher. You know what I'm saying? And so your utilization was higher, which then made my credit look bad. Like I didn't know how to essentially budget my money, right? So I
Mm.
was like, I gotta do away with them. So I paid, those was 2 of the 3 cards I paid off.
Yeah.
Lowe's and Rooms to Go. Y'all got to go. So I have a medical card with them or whatever. And when I got my LASIK, I opened that card or whatever. LASIK has been paid off, but I get crazy rewards with this card. I don't even like, they switched me from just the care credit. They
Yeah.
switched me from just that plan to an actual MasterCard or whatever. And but I get like, you could use it anywhere. It's not just a medical card. It's
Yeah.
you could basically, like, I purchased a hotel on it. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
I get stupid points with
Point.
it. And
Yeah.
so that one I just like use it here and there. Like if we have a copay or something like that, or have to pick up a
Yep.
prescription, I'll use it or
Swipe
something.
and
Just
go.
right, just so I
You don't
can
have
get
to think about
these points.
points. Swipe
Right.
and go. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one I won't pay off. I just don't like, that one I really wish I could. The only thing that's keeping me with them is the incentives, the
Yep.
points,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
But I hate that bank.
Yeah. She said, "I hate that bank." Yeah, then I don't know, I
Yeah,
guess
because
find something to
Capital
find
One
a
has never done that to me. American Express has never done that to me, or whatever. And so, like, yeah, so I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. But I do want to get rid of one more card, and I really want to get rid of my American Express.
yeah.
People be
Well,
like, if I did get rid of it. So I got American Express through Navy Federal, and it's not like the real American Express. It's like Great Value.
mm,
You get the name, the American Express, and you still have to have, like, what American Express, you got to have top notch credit. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you still got to have those incentive, those perks, or those requirements, but you don't get all the incentives that come with having a real Amex.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, well, if I'm gonna get a real Amex, I'm gonna just go Delta
Yeah.
or like an airline. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We
Because
have the
and that's what I
airline.
really wanted to do, was just to do an airline card,
Yep.
whatever, and that'll just most definitely be our traveling card.
Yeah. A lot of those
So yeah,
airline cards, though, the only thing with those are the interest rates are pretty high. So
yeah.
that's the only thing I don't like about the airline cards. The interest rates are pretty high, on those, and then you have to
Well,
be
considering
careful.
that, I can exit out. Then I just want to get rid of. But I really like my Capital One too. Capital One has been so good to us.
I got a whole
Um,
relationship.
yes, and I have another Navy Federal card, that card been open for I don't know how long, and it's probably like, it's like a revolving balance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think something gets paid on it, but I just pay it by, like, however, whatever gets charged on it, it gets paid off. And it's literally been like that. Like, I just kind of set it
Right.
up like that. So it looks good.
So
And they haven't.
that's the key to any credit card, y'all, really.
Mhm.
Just whatever, if you can't pay it back when you swipe it, don't swipe it. Like,
That's what
that's
people
the
don't know.
yeah, that's the
Right.
key to good credit. It's simple. Just pay the people back. Just pay them what you owe them. If you can't pay them back, don't swipe it. Like,
And
it's
then
that simple, you know?
and
Because
then knowing, and so like Steven and I are different. Steven is financially challenged. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I have to get on him. I'm like, because when we first got together, his method was, let's just say he had a $5,000 credit card. He would spend $4,900, right? And then when the bill came, he's like, well, I'm just gonna pay the minimum
the
payment.
minimum
No,
payment, yeah.
you're not. You're gonna have to put a dent in there, sir. You're gonna need to at
Yeah.
least pay $500.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, you're not gonna
Or at
pay
least
twenty five
half or
dollars.
something. Yeah, that interest won't eat
Right,
through.
right. You're not
Yeah.
just you. We're gonna be paying $25 until Kaden graduates from law school. You know what I'm saying?
That
Kaden wasn't even born
$4,900 debt
then.
instead of $15,000.
Come on, exactly, exactly. So that's when I became in charge of the finances, but I slowly have given it back to him because I needed a break from it.
Yeah. So that, that financial literacy is very huge, and a lot of people don't have access to those tools. Um
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of it just takes time. A lot of it is just learning through mistakes with this whole financial thing,
Yeah,
and it's a numbers game. I mean, I tell people all the time cuz I'm in real estate and I deal with a lot of numbers, and I tell people just learn the game and play it well. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's a game. You just learn the game, play it
yeah,
well, and position yourself to where you can move and groove the way you want to. Um but yeah, the whole financial literacy thing is huge. So if you guys don't have anyone that you could connect with to give you tools and insight on financial literacy, find someone. Find someone that you can trust. Find someone that is already financially stable, that has already proven to have good outcomes with finances. Don't go talking to nobody that's, in debt, can't pay their bills and, so forth. Find someone that can give you some good insight and wisdom about finances. Um,
yeah. And this
there
and it
was and one more thing, I think, a lot of it too is I was talking to this woman this morning. She's so sweet, Angie, my workout partner. We've been having fun. Um, we were talking this morning about how a lot of people are like, "Well, I don't have the money. I'm broke. All this and that. I can't do this because I don't have money and blah blah blah." But I told her I was like, from experience, I know that Solomon is crazy.
agreed.
Agreed. I love you, babe. Want to be debt free? Leave America. Well, hold on now. Wait a minute, Solomon. Let's chew on that real quick. See, look. Okay, don't just leave America. This is the key. You come here, you get the bag, but then you don't live here. Okay, you get the bag in America, and then you go to another country where your cost of living is only a fourth of what you're making. So let's feed on that a little bit, Solomon. Like,
Girl, like
because
with
it's
our
proven.
military income, we will be fine.
It's proven.
Our
Like, literally.
disability, we will be fine.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, you can leave America, but wherever you're going to, you gotta make sure that the income there is
Yeah.
gonna sustain you,
Yeah, because our dollar doesn't go as far anymore.
it doesn't. Now in the DR, there's
Yeah.
57 pesos to
Yeah.
$1 there. But there, if you're working, you're not gonna get paid nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing compared
Hmm.
to what we're used to here. But anyway, sorry, back to what I was saying. So I really feel like the whole financial perspective, that perspective of like abundance and having plenty and having money, it has to start mentally first. Because yes, your bank account can be $50, right? But if you're dwelling on what you physically see and you don't open your mind up to being where you desire to be, you'll never get there. You'll always be broke. And if you're always walking around here saying, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, well, you're going to be broke. You're
Yeah.
manifesting that spirit of being broke. So you have to really get out of your own head, you know what I mean? And stop focusing on what you're seeing. And so the lady was like, well, such and such is a realist. She was talking about somebody who she was confiding in with her dreams and stuff like that. And they were like, well, girl, that don't make sense. You don't need to do that because ain't nobody gonna buy what you're making right now because of XYZ. And I was like, you don't need to talk to that person anymore because they're not feeding your dream, your passion. They're not empowering you to go in the direction you need to go. They're empowering you to just focus on what you see or focus on what's going on around you. And that's not going to get you where you need to be. So I also told her, I was like, the whole thing is you got to reverse it. You never want to be slave to money. Never. You want money to serve you, not you serve
Hmm.
it. So if you have that mindset of, I gotta work to get the bag or I gotta work to get this dollar, then it's reversed. You're slave to it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You have to make it serve you. So, and I'm just talking from experience, y'all. Like, once I shifted my mindset and I'm like, "Oh, we're good. It's gonna come. What I need is gonna come, and it's gonna be here, and everything's gonna be okay." That's when things just started to flow. So it takes a mindset, not just, like, the practical doing of things. Like, it takes more than just doing. You have to have that mindset to go with it so that the manifestation will come and stay and serve you. I feel like people get caught up in, the doing aspect, and it's like if your mind's not there and you're not grounded, in the dream, no matter what the bank account looks like, you won't have abundance.
Yeah, and your mindset is gonna be key. I think that's just gonna be foundation only, and then that in turn will allow you to have the discipline to cut back. Because I think a lot of times, especially just with the younger generations, is trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like you can't miss out. And then like, like someone who's just like, well, I don't have money, but every time I turn around, you eating out. You got money. You just not making that sacrifice to say, you know what, I'm gonna take this $30 I'm about to spend, on this sandwich and whatever, and just go get a couple of things to
Yep.
hold me over for a couple of days. And which is why we started really meal prepping, because we was spending a lot of money eating out. And I'm
Yep.
like, well, let's just meal prep. And then that way we don't have to legit stop something to cook. It's already, you know what I mean? It's already
Yep.
prepped essentially. But your mental state is going to help your discipline.
Yep.
And I don't know how many times, because I'm trying to save money and stuff like that too. Sidebar, me and one of my girlfriends, we were talking about electric cars, and Teslas aren't doing well. I was going to get a Tesla, right? That was my next car. And mainly because we're moving central North Carolina to the Raleigh area. And we wanted to put miles on a beater, essentially. A Tesla, the smaller one, the cheapest one is like 35, right? So
Mhm.
I'm like, this is a battery. We don't have to worry about gas. We could just put all the miles on this thing, and that just be our everyday car, right? And so one of my girlfriends and I, we started talking about the Lucids. Girl, the Lucids don't even come close to Tesla and price wise. The cheapest one is $70,000. And I'm just like, yo, I'm trying to save money, but I want to go test drive this car anyway. Right? But like, I was like, one day, but I told myself, like, Tila, you're not getting this car. We mentally, I cannot afford this car. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And because there's so many other things that I want to do, I cannot afford this car, but I can have fun. So we're
Yep.
gonna go take a
Yep.
girls trip, and we're gonna go test drive this car, right? But that was a sidebar. But that just goes back to that mentality. Like, there's been so many times where I wanted to buy something, girl, even like a little pair of shorts.
Yep.
Tila, you don't need these shorts. Like, I'm
Mhm.
I'm getting into my workouts. My legs are looking better. They're not as big. My thighs aren't rubbing anymore. So I'm like, oh, let me go get me some
Just a little
shorts. And
bit.
I'm just like, you know what? You could work out a little bit more, get those thighs a little bit more defined. We're
Mhm.
gonna hold
Mhm.
on them shorts. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I don't need them. I don't
Mhm.
need
Mhm.
any clothes. I don't need anything. Right. So it's just like, I gotta save this money. I'm on a mission, you know. And so it's just that's just where I'm at. Like you said, I'm not living to make money.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
You're
it's
living to live. You're living to
that's it.
enjoy life, and money is just like a
Yes.
byproduct, you know what I mean? It's gonna serve me when I need
Right.
it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
But
not I'm not gonna be out
but
here
wait,
thirsty for
what's
it.
be sad though, and like these like it was sad, and with the younger generation, and hell, some of our peers, is like, we work so hard and you don't have a savings account. Like, when I met, so this, I dated a guy, I talked to his mom, and she told me, this is years ago, decades. She goes, pay yourself first, even if it's $10.
Mm.
Pay yourself first.
Yep.
You ain't got to worry about that no more, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, because I'm getting paid first. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that ever since. Our savings get hit up, my savings get hit up, and Caden's savings get hit up first,
Mhm.
and then
Mhm.
everything else come from there.
Yep. Yep.
And
I
then
love that.
what I don't spend out of that paycheck, it go into the savings too. So I do live paycheck to paycheck because I want to.
That's my choice, you know what I mean? Because
Right,
you
right,
are
right,
in
right,
control. You are in control of your money. Your money is not controlling you know what I mean?
right. And then like when you got these habits that where you got to borrow money, you understand? We got to start looking at life from a different perspective. It ain't
Mhm.
no reason why you should be drinking and smoking and all these things, and you can't hold yourself over to your next payday.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
also, you don't have any money in the bank in case you got that flat tire, in case you got in a car accident and you got that $500 deductible to pay. You understand? Like
Mhm.
it shouldn't be. I gotta wait till payday, or let me go holler at cuz or auntie or mom or whatever. It should never be the case or whatever. So like we do have to do better just as a whole with that.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people there are some people who actually want to do better. They just don't have the resources or the right group to kinda give them the information that they need. They don't have
Yeah,
the icons or the role models to kinda
yeah.
help guide them, and then they do reach out to people for help. It's always pay me. Everybody's
Hmm.
out here consulting and doing all this stuff, and it's just like it's simple, y'all. Like, why?
Yeah.
It's simple. So you were talking about something, um, you mentioned, and this phrase came out. We were talking about discipline, and I wanna say, I wanna give myself my flowers. This is gonna be my flowers. Imma give myself some flowers tonight, because I've seen another level of myself within this past month because I've been so disciplined, in a certain area of my life. I think it's been a little bit over a month, and I'm very proud of me, and once I saw that I was able to be disciplined enough and take back control, right? Over this certain area of my life and stay in control of it and, guide that thing the way it needs to be guided based off of my needs. It has empowered me. So I was listening to you talking about just being disciplined and stuff with your finances, but it just kind of made me think about me being disciplined with myself in general, removing things that I know that are not helping me, hindering me, slowing me down, um, and just being disciplined enough to say no, even when I want to say yes, at certain
Yeah.
times. So discipline is very empowering because for me, it has given me this energy to kind of like propel myself faster and forward. So I just wanted to say that, like, when you have discipline, and you keep yourself accountable, it really empowers you, like, on a whole nother level, and you'll just
No,
go
the
and forward.
accountability aspect of it is real. So
Yep,
like they have to go hand in hand though. You
yep,
understand? Like you can't be disciplined and not be
right,
accountable.
accountable. Yep,
Um, but like I don't know, like I have a chart on the side of our bed, on my side of the bed that I look at every day. Um, and it's just a constant reminder for me, like, okay, June 2026.
mhm, mhm,
Like, and I had a bunch of starbursts on the left side, and I had the amounts I owed and everything, and I've slowly been moving them over to the right side. And I might have two or three left on the left side to get them over. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and every once in a while, we deserve a treat. So like yesterday we went and had tacos and froyo, you know. But it's like that's not gonna, get us left. We're not gonna go left, you know what I'm saying, for that. So but it's just been like, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm in a space of like just being light. I'm not bombarded. I'm not um like weighed down, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I could
yeah,
just maneuver through whatever it is I have going on. Um and I don't know. Like I don't know how to really explain it. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I
mhm,
mean, I think I'm kind of like with you, like like with the discipline, like I'm proud of myself
yep,
too.
yep. I'm proud of
because
myself. Like,
you just hit like you hit a different type of milestone, but this is like one of those. It's I don't know. It's different.
it's
That
very
self
different.
achievement. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very different, and it's so it's energizing too. Like it just it feeds you in a different way that really propels you in whatever way you need to propel for that season. It's just weird,
Mm-hmm.
to get you through whatever it is you're going through. It's
Yeah.
really it's a good thing. It's a really good thing.
No, for
So,
sure. Like I'm working out at like I'm going for a 30 to 40 minute walk, like 5 days a week,
mm,
and that's my me time. Like
yep,
I'm outside first thing in the morning. I'm looking at the rabbits, bouncing around. I got the birds
listening to the birds
chirping,
chirping.
right? And I got music playing in one ear, motivated, and I'm pushing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing results, right? I'm proud of myself. I'm juicing, I'm meal prepping, and like I don't know what hit me one day, but I know what hit me. I was becoming very self conscious of what I looked like. But I could have stayed in that space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I just decided like, nah, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm proud of myself for just continuing because I'm
Yep.
at an ideal space now, and now I'm just like, I want to do this. I want to stay
Yep.
with it.
Yep.
It's like my thing now. So,
Yeah, because it brings you what you need. It feeds you. It gives you
hmm
joy. And when you can
yeah,
find, like we talked about last time, when you find that peace and joy in solitude, boo boo, you are good. When you have
sneaky,
solitude, you are good. Because that means you can do you. You can push you alone, and that's what a lot of people don't have. That's why they fail and they
right?
keep going. But when you can empower yourself in
Yeah,
the absence of everything and everybody else, and you can sit
yeah.
down and be one with yourself and be okay with yourself and still push yourself through, honey, you're good.
No,
You are
you're
good.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, speaking of last time, we made a statement on peace, right?
Mm,
And peace put you in a space of really like you just don't care
mhm, mhm.
and how that can be perceived. And so I was talking to my therapist about it, and so she goes, "Well, like why do you care that they looking at you like you don't care?" And I was like, "I don't think I care." Because at one point I did care, and you exhausted the hell out of me, and now that I don't care, it's a problem.
Mm.
That's not, oh well, this is not what I wanted. You wasn't expecting that outcome. You kept expecting me to be just a doormat.
Yep, yep.
Even a doormat gets replaced.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
You ain't
yep,
about to wear me out.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but it gets to a point where the doormat stops doing what it's supposed to do, collecting the dirt, drying the feet off. You understand? Like it gets to that point. Like I'm
Yep.
not, but yeah, I just thought about that thing, like, man, but I talked about it with my therapist. She was like, well, you did care at one point in time. And now, oh well.
I mean, we're not depositing energy. Excuse me, y'all. We're not depositing energy in that space. You still care, but you care more about yourself, right? Which is why you
Right.
shut that off. You
And that's
care, but
exactly
you're not depositing energy into a dead space. You know what
because
I mean?
that space is either that space is going to be one or two things. It's either going to be full or empty.
Mhm.
And if it's full, it's going to be full on all the efforts that you put forth.
Mhm.
And or the efforts that you put forth weren't taken into account.
Right.
So
Right.
that's where it's empty. But like, yeah, you just know like you said, yeah, you just can't. Like, no. Yeah, I care more about me than anything else.
Right.
So,
Look, we'll talk about one more thing. We're gonna get on off. So I don't remember who I was talking to about it, but I remember telling Solomon after I talked to somebody about it at work. I was like, I'm not giving my niceness to everybody anymore because everybody does not deserve my niceness. This whole, oh, be kind to every kind. No, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, but everybody's not getting my nice because
Mhm.
people will trample all over your niceness. I'm not gonna do that. Everybody's not gonna get my niceness anymore, and I had to
That's
learn that.
the
You're
front
supposed
row
to be
seat
nice to
thing.
everybody. No, I don't have to be mean and
Yeah.
nasty, but I can be simple and assertive and professional and let you know how it is and
Mhm.
how it's not gonna be. But I don't have to be nice to everybody. Absolutely not. Like,
No,
no.
agreed.
I just had to
And
say that. Like,
that's kind of like when people say like everyone doesn't deserve a front row seat to your life. No, some of you just have to put in the nosebleeds.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, and no offense, but this is what you can afford.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
now I just got to give you professionalism. I can't be, I can't laugh with you from time to time. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
just have to be professional. So I'm gonna just put you in the nosebleeds. The people that I want to laugh with, I'm bringing them closer to the front.
Mm.
You know.
That makes
So,
sense.
but that's your audience.
Mhm.
Who like you cannot appeal the same to everybody. You
Right.
won't.
Right.
So yeah, don't give everybody a niceness. I had to kindly cut this lady off today because she kept girling me, and I was like, and this is an attorney too. And girl, just mid conversation, I was like, I'm sorry, I forgot the part where we were friends.
Oh my god.
But
This is
at this
hilarious. Okay, hold on.
But at
Okay,
this
so
point, she had girled
you
me
have
like 5 times.
okay, so give us clarity on the girling. Give us
So it was
clarity.
just like, she was like, "Okay, girl, so we're talking about a
Yeah.
file." So I do litigation, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, so
And
just so you know, Tila is on the job. Like, she's at work
yes,
now. Yes, yes.
yes, I'm
Okay.
right. I got a job now. I'm no longer Tommy. But but she goes, we're like, hey, this is such and such and such. Okay, great. Thank you for calling. Da 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 da. And so we're negotiating. Sorry, so we're in negotiations, and she's like, "Okay, girl. Well, just let me know what you think, girl." And all right, girl. I'm gonna take this back to the client. And girl, I was like, and I'm saying, girl, to you, we're peers, so I expect that from my peers.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And she went to go say it again, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I forgot where we were friends." Like, I cannot understand. I was like, Tila will be just fine. Can you
Mhm.
please stop girling me?
Yeah. So, okay, so when she was doing the grilling, okay, I wanna
My
I
tone,
wanna
I kept removing myself. I got further and further out of the call, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So I was super engaged. And the first girl, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna let that slide. And then the
Okay, hold
second
on. So
girl
did it
came.
make you feel how so the girling, when she's like, "Yes, girl," or "Yes, girl," did that make you feel like, how did that make you feel for
It
you to be
felt
like,
very dismissive. It felt very very disrespectful. And mainly because I think for me, Donzi, like, one, I don't have a hard name. And then two, if I can call you, I'm just gonna say Bethany, you can say Tila.
"Oh, so she was replacing your name with girl." Like
It
it
She
was
never
no Tila.
said no, it was never a Tila in that call at all. Now, this was a subsequent call. The call prior to that, she called me girl twice. And when I got off that call, I just was like, you know what? Let me just take a walk real quick, because
Yeah,
I did not like how I felt when I
yeah,
got off the call. And
yeah,
again, to me, like, she may not have meant anything by it, but how
yeah,
I felt
yeah,
with it coming from her, it just felt very snooty, condescending.
yeah,
Um, and not trying to take it there. It just like, you're not my peer.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I'm not gonna cross that line with you until we can cross that line, until it's
right,
understood between the two of us. So
right,
I've been on the phone with a bunch of, African American females.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never once went girl on them. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
Excuse me, this is your professional space right now, you know what I mean?
Very
You're a
much.
paralegal,
Very
right?
much.
Did I make sure I'm getting this right? You're a paralegal or working with the
No, so
paralegal?
yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay, I
like,
get it,
so
yeah,
but yeah, so like, I'm talking like, I got the money to pay you. and you trying to get the money, and I'm telling you, like, no, we're negotiating. I'm negotiating with the
Yeah.
attorney so that this file does not go into suit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And so again, we're very professional, and
Yes.
it was nothing about that to me that was professional. And like, I don't know. Like, so that was the first call. And when, like I said, when I walked away from the first call, I was just like, yeah, I gotta tell her, because if she keeps doing this, I'm gonna lose my professionalism, and I'm gonna tell her about herself,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then I don't want to be in a space where I look weak, or I'm tolerating this just to get a job done. Because I could easily say, hey, Jeannie, or hey, Jess, can one of y'all just handle this lady for me? I could easily say that, but why? I have a
Mhm.
mouthpiece,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
I can just let her know, like, you know what? Nah, we're not doing that.
So how did it go when you said, "Excuse me, I didn't think we were friends," or say the comment
So
you said again.
I was like, I'm sorry. I forgot the part where we were friends.
God, my stomach. I just love you. Okay, so what did she say after that?
And she
Like,
was like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? And I was like, Tila would be nice. Can you stop calling me girl?
mhm,
I'm not a little girl. We are both professionals here. If I
mm,
can say Bethany, you can say Tila.
and so what did she say?
She was like, oh, I understand it, girl. See, there we go again. I was like, even if this is second nature for you, it's not
It
okay to me. So
okay,
you're not, like, I cannot do this with you. If you feel like you need to say girl to me, you're gonna have to have somebody else call. I'm not giving up my file, but I'm also not gonna allow you to talk to me any kind of way that you feel you need to.
okay.
Like, I
Mm,
told us, I feel like you're being very disrespectful. At no point did I ever say that it was okay. I don't feel like I've ever given you the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've led you on to feel
yeah,
like it was okay to call me girl.
mm, wow. So for her to still say it, it has to be just second nature for her.
So, but she called later and she
Mhm.
didn't say it at all.
Because now she's aware. So, like, now she's
Yeah.
having to
But
think.
it wasn't, and I feel like sometimes you can hear people thinking it wasn't any of that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
So I will say for me, when I'm at work, I'm talking to people on the phone, I'm like, "Okay, girl, thanks." Like, I do that. Not
Hmm.
to defend her at all, but even when I'm at work, um, talking to my manager, but Nicole is cool. We have a good vibe. Like that for me, it's second
I don't
nature. Just
have a
trust
vibe
what
with this
I
lady.
But see, that's the thing. Like I say that to people I don't even know, like nurses in the
And
ED.
maybe you can feel
Hey,
it.
girl.
I
Yeah.
think you could feel it. I didn't feel
Yeah.
that with her.
That makes
The
sense.
very first time I talked to her, I was like,
That
I don't
makes
really
sense.
know how I'm gonna work this file. And the
Yeah.
thing about
Okay.
it is,
Energy. Yep.
yes, that exactly. I
Makes sense.
pride myself on the relationships I have with attorney. I've never had an attorney say anything bad about me. Like,
That
I
makes
get
sense.
write-ups from them all the time about working with me, how proficient I am with my cases, how I know my cases, like
Yeah.
front and backwards, inside and out. But when I talked to this lady, it was just like, hi, this is and I'm just like, okay, first of all. And then I'm like she was, so this is what set her off. I had to verify her. There's a process we have. So you calling somebody, can I just get your name, date of birth? And then let me get your address or something. So I had to verify her. She didn't want to be verified. And then she was like, and this is the only company that does this. And da, 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 da. And so I'm
Okay.
like, oh, like she just went off. So I just let her finish.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was like, well,
That makes
man, I'll still need to verify you.
yeah.
Right. This is the only company that does this. I don't have that information. I guess I'm gonna have to call back then. Okay, yes, ma'am. When you have the information, just give us a call back.
Yes. Bye.
That was
Wow.
it. You understand? So then she called back.
Mm.
I can't believe you guys. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, ma'am, I can understand your frustration. However, I need this in order to give you access to the file. If your doctor's office called you or you called your doctor's office, they're going to ask you for your name, date of birth, and such and such and
Yeah.
such. This is not out of the ordinary with everyday life. This is
Yeah.
what
She's
we
on one.
require. Yeah, this is what we require. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm confused. Like, just give it. This was the first attorney I ever had give me such a problem. You calling about a case, you should know this, ma'am. But
Yeah.
attorneys really don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wow.
it was just ugly. So, But yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
that energy with her. So
yeah,
but girl,
that
I
makes
was like,
sense.
listen,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
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 she would
makes a
definitely be in the
lot of sense.
nosebleeds.
Yeah.
I don't even think she'll be in the building.
Oh god, I'm about to use that, the nosebleeds. Matter of fact, not even in the building, not even in the building.
Right.
Oh
But
my
you
gosh,
that's just, and I'm me being proud of myself because
absolutely. For
I
saying
normally wouldn't
something and addressing that
I normally wouldn't
and
say
not just
anything. I would
conforming
just
to
be
it. Yep.
bothered. Yes.
Mhm.
I would just be
Yep.
bothered by it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I was just like, Tila is just fine.
Yep.
I'm not gonna ask you to call me ma'am. We could just be on a first name basis. I'm not even gonna put you,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? But like you're not about to keep girling me.
Yep.
It ain't even that serious. Like we've been conversing for over an hour and we might have said girl to each other twice. You know what I'm saying? It's not that
Mhm.
serious. Every time you open and close a statement, it's girl.
Girl. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I get
Like
it.
you overusing it, man. Like, what are you really trying to say?
Baby.
And talk to another person today, and she called me girl, and I didn't even feel bothered by it.
Yeah, it was the energy. You picked up on the
Hmm.
energy from the source. Well, this turned out to be a good one, a good
It did.
chill vibe. Oh my gosh, episode 17. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. The IG people have been on, but their comments don't show up here. So I don't know.
Oh,
We'll have
that
to,
stinks.
yeah, so we have to figure that out. Thank you, IGs. Amaya, Lawrence. Who is this? Oh my gosh, these IG names. I'm so sorry. Okay, Chocolate 1984. Thank you. Taylor, Sincere, Solomon. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight and vibing with us. Until next time. Tila, would you like to say anything?
No, I appreciate it. Dante normally does great intros and outros.
Look, see,
Good.
we're glitching. We got so much going on. We are
He
glitching,
normally
y'all.
does great
Glitching.
intros and exits. What is it? How do we call that? I don't even know.
I don't know
But
either.
until next time, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Maybe I'll be back in my office or in my space next time and not my makeshift. This is actually my office that I'm in right now. Um,
It's
but
working.
yeah, K.R.E. 252, baby.
Get it, baby. Kinky Roots Evolve. Stay tuned. We'll be back with episode 18. All right. We love you guys. Peace.
Deuces.
All right. Let's get